Hello, my name's Jahg, and welcome to another exciting installment of Jahg Plays All the Mods 9 to the Skies. Last time we got into a bit of alchemistry and set up the most basic water to water elements, I guess, or molecules, to ice, basically. A little machine. We also made a wind generator with from the mechanism mod, and I made use of the solar panel that we got from a quest reward. Talking of quest rewards, there's more of this gubbins, which is fantastic. Ooh, what did I get then? More of the infused alloy. Very good, because I actually want to make more of those wind generators. If you remember, they work terribly down here, producing 33.6 power per whatever. But they work a lot better up there. So that's one of the things that I want to do today. I also want to make use of this ice that we made last time in order to make deep slate. Let's do the sleeping. Yesterday. Today, indeed. Good morning, hello, and good morning. Now, let's consider what it is I'm doing here. Let's put those in there for now. Normally I put infused alloys in here, I think. I am going to need a machine bits chest soon, but not immediately, perhaps. Not immediately. So, the end goal of whatever it is I'm up to today is I want deep slate, specifically cobbled deep slate, I believe, for now, because that is the root of all evils? No, not evils. The root of all requirement. Yes, the root of my requirement. Now, I can go igneous extruder on it, or I can go extractor on it. It won't matter, both of which require lava, some cobbled deep slate, and packed ice. Right, lava, packed ice, cobbled, yes, and that just produces such things. I think with that underneath it, I can't quite remember the setup for this. Maybe it's just that in itself. Possibly. What are the recipes? Blah. No, so this is all with a block under it, and the other was with no block under it. Fine. So I need packed ice. Now, the question you have in your mind, I'm sure, is how does one pack ice? Just like that. Really? That's all I needed. Amazing. Well done, me. I have overmade, which is not surprising. Now, do I want to go igneous extruder or do I want to go extractor? I think I want to go... I'm not sure it matters. Both of them don't need power. Do I need one against another for anything? Let's just go extractor for now. Yeah, why not? So, I'm using some sort of trapdoors, am I? Yes, the oak ones, it seems. I can fly. I keep forgetting this. Well, I keep forgetting. I've only just discovered that I can do it, but never mind. I also need a bucket of lava, so let's get a bucket on the go. I need a drawer to put the result in, and probably an upgrade or two to put in there to get a load of them. Hello. So cobbled deep slate is one of the things I'm going to need because it can be made very easily into blocks that I can make my tower from, or indeed change the outside of this for, which I will probably do. Now what's this? This is lava. Yes. This is water. I see. So, if wow, this pickaxe, I remember now, this pickaxe is crazy good. So let's try not to destroy the entire world, for once. Oh, I also need one of these pipes. Okay, I need to go and get one of those. I think I do. Maybe I don't need to push them up, but I'm doing it. So in order to make those, do I remember the recipe? I think it involves droppers of some sort, which means I'm going to need some of this. Wonderful. And some iron. And some redstone that I already have, which is marvellous. No, I need even more redstone, I think. Oh, I don't know. Give me some of this. Wow, that's way too much. Let's do some of this with some of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. And not that one. Fine, good. So, item pipes, click, and there's a whole stack. Very good. As I said before, I like to, where possible, I like to make a stack of things that I know I'm going to need more of later on. Indeed. Now, I assume that's filled up again, so I can't get rid of... Oh, well, I got rid of some of it. I was surprised. A cobblestone generator fills it so quickly, you see. That's what it's there for, I suppose. I'll allow it. So, I need another look at the recipe of this. So this requires this on one side, this in the middle, and then that there. So we are doing this. Very good. Oh, so I don't need the pipe. Okay, I've done it again. I've done it again, people. I've forgotten what I'm doing. Wait. Wait, no, I have to use... Okay. Okay, I have to use the igneous extruder because you need a piece of the cobbled deep slate if you're going to use the extractor method. Fine. That's what I was trying to get in my mind when I was talking about is there any need for one over the other method? And yes, there is, and this is the need for that. So that goes there. I'm going to take this out and put... Whoa, slide around, James. Why don't you? So I do need this pipe. Very good. I need to use this to separate those two. Very good. And click there so that it's sucking out of there. I'm going to place the drawer on top. Very good. And then it's just a question of let the lava flow free is the idea here. So let's take that out. Now, I don't think the flowing lava is enough to activate this. No, it has to be still lava. So I will put it there. And that should... Yes, there it is. Ta-da! We now have deep slate. End of video. No. No. That was quite a quick process because we already had all of the bits, is what I was going to say there. So now we're getting some deep slate in. Now, you might be wondering, jahg, what on earth? Why do you need deep slate? Why do you need it? Well, let me show you why we need it. Because I believe there was some sort of... how am I going to do this? Just the normal hammer. Some sort of requirement for sieving crushed deep slate, I believe it was. I can't remember quite what it gives, but it gives something. So there's that. There's the crushed deep slate, 17 random bits of it. And then we'll slam it into our sieves here, which I guess, let's turn my magnet off and just do it from down here. And then all the bits will go all over the floor. No, they'll get sucked into the machine. The what is this? This is an absorption hopper. Now, not all the bits go. Some of it blollops over the side. I guess I could put like some blocks to the side of this to keep it in. I'm going to have a separate platform for this anyway. Right there, I think. And now that I've got flight, it will be so much easier to build such a platform. Very good. Now, the unfortunate thing here is I don't know what I got from that, really, other than... Oh, wow. Did I get platinum from that? And uranium? And the deep slate pebbles? Plus possibly some other bits? Possibly. Wow, that's a lot of possibly right there. Let's just take a quick look at what we can get from this. If I'm using an iron mesh, which I am, so it's all the bits... 10% chance of copper from that. Interesting. And lapis. Get better chance of lapis here than you do there. Well, that's reasonable. Seems good enough, doesn't it? Okay, so some extra bits. Uranium and platinum. Platinum, I think I was talking about when I was talking about getting a platinum ore hammer. Oh, I was going to point to one. I don't have one in me. And it looks like there's not one in there. The ones we were using to get the dusts before, where you get 2 for 1 in your ores, basically. So let's just block that up into weight. Did I already have... Where's my blocks? Here. Basalt. I did. I'm... Why? Why does my brain not work properly? I got this cobbled deep slate because the pebbles come from something else, don't they? From the dirt sieving. Oh, I'm such a fool. Well, I guess not a fool. Well, maybe a fool, but a good one. What? I don't know. So I already had the deep slate. No one told me. I bet someone was telling me. No need to scream at your computer. I'm sorry. Or indeed your screen generally if you're watching on a different type of device. So I already had deep slate, so I could have just used the extractors that I already had. Marvellous. Where did I get cobble from again? Oh, from digging up 2 bits of the floor. Good. So now that we have deep slate, I can explain... Well, not having deep slate available to me does not explain... I didn't think I put the upgrade in it. Does not help me explain what I'm using it for. But I'm going to build this up as a circular... So a cylinder all the way around this, so it hides the gubbins. Well, that hides all of the gubbins, including the nice window or whatever I've got there. Doesn't matter. With like sort of crenellations or fortifications at the top. such that it looks like a little castle tower, basically, which is going to be fabulous. I think I will do the same around the block maker, which is this gubbins in here. I maybe have stairs going upwards, so up and around to a second floor of other block making, and so on and so on. I don't know. It's possible. I say these things and then I attempt to do them and all becomes crazy. Right, now I don't think I put that upgrade in. No. So this one is maxed out at, with one copper upgrade, it maxes out at 16.4 thousand blocks. That's Kiwi. I've got the... Oh, I was going to say I've got the netherrack doing. Well, it's done. It wasn't done at the beginning of the previous episode. And now I can also have this one going up to that because I need a lot of that, especially because it's a sieving material, but also a building material. So that's why we've done that. Marvellous. Now, next, I want to... Now, is it too soon to do it? I have been making use in... I was going to say another series. It's not another series. It's an off-screen Minecraft playing. Wow, that's not good English, that myself and my partner are playing on, which is an All the Mods 10, not a Sky one. There isn't a Sky one, or I would have done it here. Where I'm making use of, I'm building a railway with Create, basically, or planning to, and I'm making use of various components that I've designed as schematics, basically, using the Create cannon, the schematic cannon, and I would like to know, yes, it's in this, so these are all the components I shall need for it, actually. The cannon, which fires the blocks out, the schematic table that allows me to pick which schematic I want to build, which, so in this case I'll have a schematic of one of these platforms, an empty one that I haven't really got. That's fun, isn't it? Well, I will build one, I guess, for the purpose. Okay, good. So the schematic table is needed for that. An empty schematic, because I need to pick it from the table, and a schematic and quill, which is what you use to create the schematic. So if you wanted to basically save this platform here as a rebuildable thing, you could place a block here, place a block in the other corner, click and drag between them using the schematic and quill, and it saves it with a file name that you give it. You can then load it into that table and basically have it build that somewhere else. So right there and right there, which is not going to necessarily be, well, I suppose it is actually. I was going to say it's not necessarily quicker, but it's certainly, you can set it, forget it, and then go and do other things whilst it's doing it, and then, you know, come back and it'll be done, which is fabulous. Now, let's start by making some of these things. So I need some smooth stone. So that means I need to take some of the... I keep opening that one as if that's blocks, and it isn't. So let's take some of this. I don't already have smooth stone. Not that I could see in that very cursory glance there. So let's just cook some of this. Whoops, I tried to cook my item pipes there. Did you see? I've taken to putting the item pipes in here along with the item wrench. Why not? It's a tool-ish sort of thing. Toolish sort of thing, yes. I don't know if I did it on screen, but I bought the second stonebreaker from him. That's the pickaxe I've got here. Yes, I know, I'm talking about you, and you're invisible. I bought it from him, so I'm down to almost no emeralds whatsoever, so I do need to do some more sieving. So one of the things I'm about to do today is I'm doing this schematic cannon and so on, so that I might be able to do those platforms a little bit easier. But I also want to think about my energy situation here. I've got one solar panel, which is not working very well at night, and I've got one wind generator, which is still working, but I don't think it'll keep me going through the night, creating this ice. I guess technically I don't need more of this ice at this time, so I could just stop those, I guess. Yes, let's do that. Okay, so we've got 200 and whatever bits of ice there that I'm not necessarily going to need immediately. Indeed. All right, so the schematic cannon requires the cooked stone, it requires some logs, it requires blocks of iron and a dispenser. Now, I've made droppers before. It's the same recipe without a bow, but I haven't made a dispenser. Can I make... I've got a dropper. I can wrap a bow around it. However, oh no, I binned all of the unneeded bows. Well, these are easily acquired from the mob system over there, so I will not worry overly much about that. So let's do this. I only need the one dispenser. So there it is. I need some logs. So let's just grab a whole stack of that. Is that enough? No, I need blocks of iron, don't I? Of course it's not enough. So yes, so the reason I need all of this power is because I'm mad. No, not at all. It's because I need... I'm going to have machines that are going to require the power, not just this type of machine here, but machines to do various other generations, but also to do the sieving and indeed the hammering that I've been doing over there manually, to do them automatically, which is going to be amazing. And I can have cobble being generated, hammered automatically, sieved automatically, and then the results dumped out into drawers potentially. I haven't decided where I'm putting the storage system. Maybe there, actually, so that it might stretch to these drawers without having to duplicate them across. I don't know. Normally, my storage system involves drawers, masses and masses of drawers, connected drawers in the 2x2, like we've done over there. Can I zoom? No. But with some additional chests that I hook up using... I can't remember what they're called. What are they called? Is the mod called storage? Well, it's not called stored good, is it? I can't think. These, yes, it is actually part of sophisticated storage. Amazing. You can also do shulker boxes. I don't remember that I knew that, as a word goes. Anyway, these things allow you to connect multiple connected storages together. So all of these chests would work together as one thing. So I'd move the bits between them, or maybe put chests across the top, and it would all act as one big clump of storage. It means you shouldn't care at that point where things go. You just have to let it put things where it will put them. It'll try and put things in the same locations, but, well, it doesn't always do a good job. So I've got my cannon, marvellous. So I'm able to fire out the blocks when eventually I have the ability to do that. Now I need slabs, and indeed more of the stone. Did I take it out? I did. I took it out already. Good. Do I have some slabs? I do, actually. Well, that was a surprise. A surprise! A surprise to all of us. So I'll take that away. The empty schematic. It's good to have a couple. Light blue dye. Oh. Are we at an impasse here? I have one piece of paper. That's minimal, isn't it? But I do have sugarcane because I've been growing it over there. I think it's growing on snad. I can't remember. The snad is like the double quick growing thing. And you can put a lever on it and flip, 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 flip. Or just give it a pulsing signal with a clock of some sort and it will grow much quicker. Indeed, I've done that in the past to get a couple of them ready to go. Now, why have I got a bow on me? I can't remember. Oh, I was going to make it with this. Did I? I used my... Oh, that's... I didn't notice. That always happens to me. It's my own fault. It used the bow that I normally have here, which I had picked out because it was withering and various other things. I probably have another one. There's a... Yes, I like the withering bow. It gives a little bit of damaging once you've finished attacking the guy. I think it also had incurable wounds or something as well. It used it in my recipe. I absolutely needed to check that it was the right bow, and I didn't check. My bad. Oh dear. Well, you know, these things happen. I'm not too worried. Now, I need light blue dye. That I am worried about. I don't suppose I have any from some random quest. No. Have I got anything to claim from a random quest? No. All right, so light blue dye involves lapis and bone meal, or more specifically, lapis into blue dye, and then bone meal into white dye, and then the combination thereof. Good. Now, one bit of this with one bit of that makes an empty schematic. I'm only going to make one, I think, for now. I'm going to make two because I need it for the next recipe. The schematic and quill is going to be used also, so that's an empty schematic plus a feather. The empty schematic you need when you've got something saved that you want to rebuild. The schematic and quill allows you to... what does it allow you, James? It allows you to save a schematic. Let me put the... Okay, this is not ideal because it's got that there. Let me build a platform and then I'll return. Okay, so there is my finished platform, which I think is fine. I've not put a gate here because I will do that as a finishing touch when I've placed one of these platforms down. So the next thing I need to do is I basically need, so I haven't filled it either, is the other thing. So the internals of it are going to be different based on, well, based on what I choose to put in it, basically. So the next thing I need to do is basically find the edge of this. I guess it's one further out, isn't it? This bit, I guess I will be building it manually. No, let's include it. Let's include that as part of this. I like that idea. All right, so technically it's one higher because I want to include the torches, and I want to come all the way over to this point, I think, which is in line with that. Yes, it is. Very good. Now, is this on? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to take those away. I only need one block up here to indicate that that's the corner that I'm grabbing from. I need to do a similar thing down here, but I want from up there to down here, basically. So let's just go from underneath it, I guess, is the easiest way. And it only needs to come as far as there. Good. So I'll take that away and all of those. Nice. So I've got from up there to down here. Now, that's slightly unsafe. I should... Oh, I missed. Good morning, good morning. Oh, and I need to pick that up manually because I missed when sleeping. Fine. So I've got my points of reference, essentially. So from up here to down there. Now, I'm going to take my schematic and quill. Actually, before I do that, let me just place out these things. The cannon, for instance. I'm going to place it... oddly enough, perhaps, I'm going to place it here. Now, I do actually want to put it on a chest that I don't have yet. So temporarily, yes, that's words. I'm just going to plonk it there. Well, I don't know that I expected it to go that way round, but it did. Oh my, and now I'm smashing the place up, as always. Good. Now, so there's that. I'm also going to put down my schematic table. Now, if I place this here and open it, you'll see there's no schematic saved, and this button takes you to a local folder where you can put schematics if you've already got some saved or you import one from. There's a really good Create Schematics website where people have uploaded sample machines that they've made. You can create. Very good. I will potentially, if I remember, link that in the video description. However, I've got no schematic saved because I'm a silly noob, I guess. So the first thing I need to do is create a schematic that it can use. I will use the schematic and quill, and you can see as I'm dragging around, it's highlighting a particular block, including, I don't know if I can make it highlight that torch. Looks like I can't. Well, okay. But I can highlight this block here. So it's a right click there. And then I'll drag around and you can see it's going to encompass all this area from that top corner to this bottom corner. Bonk. So I right clicked again. Looks good. So first position set, second position. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, from the bottom to the top or the top to... It doesn't matter. So long as it incorporates the final cuboid, incorporates everything you want to copy. Well, technically my one over there is a bit too far down, actually. I would like to redo that, I think. So I'm going to go there. And yes, because I didn't need it to actually below it. I don't know why I did that. Let's start that again. How do you clear this? I can't remember how you clear this. Oh, there we go. So sneak and right click. Fine. So first position. Very good. And then the second position. There we go. That's better. I don't need the extra slice down there that it was going to highlight. There's no harm because there's nothing in it, but anyway, there we go. So I've got my schematic details. I don't know if it shows in here. No, not particularly. We can see in here how you use this. So select two corner points, you can adjust the saving, blah 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 blah, and so on. I'm just going to right click it and give it a name. Now this name is, what is this name? Platform underscore empty, because it is, I guess. Platform, let's actually go platform standard. STD, fine. Empty, because I might have different sizes. So if I save that, just want to save it, so it's saved locally now. If I right click on my table, it's now there. And if I click this button, you'd see a folder and it would be in that folder. Which I'm not going to do now. So the question you now have, I'm sure, is I want to build that. I want to build one of those over there, please. And you would be right to ask that question. How will you do such things? I'll show you. I'll show you how. But I'll need a chest in order to do that. Do I have a better chest than just a normal? No, but I can make. So I'm just going to make a quick gold chest, I guess. Do we have the diamonds? We've got the diamonds. I'm going up to diamond level. I don't need to, I guess. Do I have a... single redstone torch for oddness reasons. Oddness reasons? It seems I do not. Or indeed for non-oddness reasons. There's my redstone torch. Very good. Then I'm going to wrap this in it, and then I'm going to wrap this in gold, having wrapped it in iron. Now I'm going to wrap it in diamonds, and there's my diamond chest. Good. So now I've got something a bit more. I keep looking over here and thinking it's a horse now. Wonderful. I'm seeing imaginary things. I remember the tap over there looked like a baby cow to me the other day. Oh well. Now I've got a chest beneath this. I can fill it with the resources that I'm going to need in order to make a platform. So the question is, let's say I want to make that platform. So I've chosen the schematic. You can, if you had multiple schematics, you can scroll with the scroll wheel and it would scroll through them. I've only got the one, so that's why it won't do it for me. So you put an empty schematic in, not the schematic in Quill. You click the button, say go on then, load it up, and it's loaded it into this schematic now. I don't think it shows the details there. It'd be good if it showed some details of it there, maybe the size or orientation or something. So now I've got this big box that I want to put somewhere. So if I just, for randomness sake, I'm just going to click, and it's going to go there. And I don't want it there. It hasn't built it yet. It's just a picture of it. I need to move it from there to somewhere a bit more logical. So this is why flying is so useful at this point. I also need to rotate it. Let's do that first. So by default, you can see down the bottom there, it says move X and Z. That's this way across and this way across. If you wanted to move it up or down, I don't need to, but you can hold down left Alt and then wheel to the next box, which is move Y, and then with your mouse over the thing itself in some way, hold down Control, and then you can use the mouse wheel to adjust it up or down. Now we had it actually in exactly the right place, I think. Yes. No, it's too high. There it is. Now it's perfect because the fences are at the right height. I think it was too high before. So now it's in the wrong place and indeed needs to be rotated. Hold down Alt again and scroll across again to the rotate this time. Rotates it around 90 degrees. So again, I'm going to hold down Control and mouse wheel and it will swivel the thing around. Now, that's the way I want it because I want the little walkway to come off this side for some reason. But now it's in the wrong place. So hold down left Alt and scroll back to, look at this, it's got mirror, which is super good. So you can just flip it between two states. That's super good. I should perhaps have just done that. Never mind. I'm going to use the move XZ. So I want to pull it towards me basically. So again, I've selected move XZ, hold down Control, waft over the side that you want it to move, and then use the mouse wheel. You can either mouse it towards you to bring it towards you or mouse away from you to bring it further away. So I'm just going to bring it forward. I think it needs to go a bit further than that. Yes, it does. I'll do it from this side, however, because you can push as well as pull. So I will make sure I can see it here and I will Control and push it out a bit. Now, I'm not sure quite how far it needs to go. I've gone too far, so it looks like 2 blocks too far. So let's bring it back to there. And that is not quite in the right place. So it's almost right. It needs to be in the middle, though. So the path is not quite joined up correctly. So I'll go over here and push it 1 square that way towards the mob spawner. And now it's in exactly the right place, including the 2 markers that I've got in the top left and bottom right. I guess depends on which way round you're looking at it. But there we are. I'm happy with the positioning of that. You see it's got all the torches and everything it needs. So I'm now going to take this schematic and put it into the cannon. Now, the cannon needs gunpowder in order to function, so I'm going to go and get some gunpowder. Luckily, we've got our mob system, and indeed, I collected a bunch of the gunpowder itself before. I'm just going to take a stack of it. Now, the handy thing about this is you can just put the stack of the gunpowder in the chest beneath it, and you see it took 1. So now it's pointing in that direction. That's the first block it's going to load or throw out over there. That's good, isn't it? But I want to know what's it going to build? If I don't put anything in here, it's going to build nothing. And by default, the options down here allow it to just basically skip blocks it hasn't got. There's more options down the bottom here. The printer, it's a printer, I tell you. So there's things to replace solids, replace empties, don't replace solids, and so on and so forth. So you can fumble around with that as you need to. I certainly did for hours before. But the question is, how does it know, I need to fill it with blocks. There's something you can put in this slot up here, a clipboard, which basically gives you a little clipboard that says all the resources you're going to need. And it's super useful. I love the clipboard. It's one of my favourite tools. So for me, the bucket is my primary tool, favourite tool in the game because it's in vanilla. The watering can is my secondary tool, not in vanilla, but it's available in most packs I play. Super useful to have a watering can just to speed up a bit of growth of this, that, and the other. In this case, we've got the bone mealer ability, so I don't need it. But and indeed the sneak to the twerking on the crops to grow them. And thirdly is the clipboard, because not only can you use it as we are, so I need a bit of andesite alloy. I will make a bit of andesite alloy if I haven't already. I might have already. I don't appear to have, or I'm not seeing it instantly. I think I'm going to need a piece of paper as well. It's a clipboard after all. I'm not seeing it instantly. If it was there, I'm sorry. I'm going to make another one. So the clipboard is also useful for just making notes and making lists of things. So I usually use it to make lists of the seeds that I've grown if I'm doing mystical agriculture, which of course we will. There's my clipboard. You see it was super good. Super good. And you can use it just as is. So hello. Indeed. And it's got multiple pages, and you can even slap it against a wall. Can I do this? Yes, sneak place it on a wall and use it from the wall. Just right click it and it's super good. Clear the check boxes for things you've done, and there's even a box for clearing them, so it gets them off the list. Super good. I love the clipboard, but the usage of it here, if I shift click the clipboard in, you see it away. By the way, there's 400 shots for 1 gunpowder. That's super good as well. So now I've got a material checklist on my thing here, and you can see that I've got none of them ticked because I don't have any of that gubbins in this chest, basically. So if I do fill it with some of the bits that I know I'm going to need, I'm not going to put the smooth stone in because it will basically allow us to leave it blank, and that will be good, I think. I do need some of these planks to make fences with, but I'm just going to put those in for now, and you'll see what I've got. So in goes the schematic, not the schematic, the clipboard, and now it sees that I've got the oak planks I need. I don't have the torches. I don't have, I need 88 more fences. I need all this cobblestone more, and so on and so forth. Can I get cobblestone out of this? I can't remember if I can just right click this to get cobblestone. No. All right, let's go get cobble. It doesn't matter if you put too much in. It will do what it can with what you give it, basically. I do need a bit of, whilst I was building that, I realised I needed some granite. So I took a piece of granite that I had. I tried to do it by sieving, but the iron meshes don't give the granite pebbles, which is both useful and annoying. So I placed a bit of that down here. Lava, water, and the extractor, and it just makes the granite. We're going to need some of that. Not that much, actually. I just need 25, I think. But there we are. There we are, is what I said there. Indeed. So I'm going to put all of that in there. So if I put the clipboard back in, eventually you get used to how much of stuff you're going to need. So I need fences. I'm not going to bother with the smooth stone. I need 13 torches. That's fun, isn't it? I didn't know exactly how many there were. Now I do. I guess that makes sense, does it? 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, and the one in the middle. Of course it makes sense. I don't know why. I just made sure that it had calculated its maths correctly, but I did. All right, so I need more of the fences is what I need here. I don't have fences on me to be able to just quickly make them. No. All right, well, fine. Let's just do that many. That's absolutely not enough. Let's make more. We're going to need them anyway because I'm building a lot of platforms of this. I should probably take another couple of stacks of this. Goodness, look at me being frivolous with my resources. Isn't that crazy? Oh, while I'm here, I should actually get rid of this and that one because they might have been spawnable. F7... light overlay, I'm not seeing it, so maybe not. But maybe that was more luck than judgment. Well done, me. Well done. Let's put all of these in there. All the fences go in. All of this goes in. I can't remember how much other stuff I needed. Sorry about all the going in and coming out again. So, there we go. I've got all the planks, everything, all the cobble that I need. I'm not going to put the smooth stone in. It will skip the blocks that it doesn't have, basically. And then it should just pull the materials out of here automatically. Now, I'm just going to make sure that the option is set to skip missing blocks. I think that's currently disabled. If the cannon cannot find it, it will continue to the next location. I think that's what I want it to do. Currently enabled. Yes, I want it to skip the missing ones. All right, so I think that's everything I need. So then you just click this button and wait, basically. So I will do it. Press play, and there we go. Now, of course, I'm doing this at night time, and these are real blocks it's throwing out, so it's a very real possibility that evil will spawn there. Let's sleep. Good morning, good morning. So you can see it builds it out. Now you can go away and do that, other things whilst it's doing. If you're out of range of it, like completely out of range, and it's not even loading the chunks or anything, it will stop running and you'll have to come back and re-enable it, I think. Or it might just carry on when you're back in range. I can't remember. It depends how long you're out of the chunk, I think. So you could, of course, if you needed to do it and then go to a chunk that's very far away, you could load the save the chunks, load the chunks manually so that they are well loaded, really, I guess is the point there. Oh, I also need, while I'm here, to save this one. Not save it, what's the word I mean, claim the chunks. But yes, it will build the structure that you've placed from the ground up, basically. It doesn't really matter which blocks it starts on. I believe it starts on the end that had the highest. Is that true? No, it starts on the lowest end. So in my case, it was from the highest block up there to the lowest block down here. But it will just build it, and I think that's fabulous. So I'm just going to let this do its magic, and then I'll return. Alright, so it's got to the fences, which is good. So that's fun, and you can see the way it's putting the fences out. It's kind of, it knows the bits that are going to be connected. Sometimes it gets a bit confused with the fencing, so we might find that there's a little bit of a gap that it leaves with when it tries to connect these walkway fences to the existing fences, but we will see. Whilst it's doing that, I want to make or get a couple of gates. Do I have any gates? I do not have any gates, so I will make. Let's do all of that. I didn't necessarily mean to do all of that, but I've done them now. So let's just do, well, there's no harm, James, to having a few extras because you're going to need them. All right, fine. I don't have any torches extra on me, which is, I guess I put them in the cannon, didn't I, to fire them out. Fine. Somewhere there is coal. Is this coal? That's coal. Very good. So let's make all of that. I do need more sticks. Let's just do that. Do that. Yes, I did that. Can I make a whole stack with a right click? I can, because that's who I am. Very good. Now, as you can see, it is now fully done. There we go. Isn't that marvellous? Wait, is it? Yes, this is the one I did. And yes, it's got this slight anomaly here, which is unfortunate. Now, there are various ways you could redo this. You could pick up and put down the fence again. I prefer to just use, which one my magnet is on, and just use a box. Because if you box either one, this one or that, it will reconnect because it kind of updates the, oh no, it's raining, updates the physics of it, I guess, and it realizes, oh, I should be connecting after all. So that's given us this. Now, didn't take that long, just a few minutes to set that up and to put that in there. What's this? Why is that there? I don't know why I put that there. I accidentally clicked perhaps with a log. I don't remember. Now that it's done that particular schematic, that schematic, if I open this, is now, the cannon is what I'm opening, is now empty, and you can see it's on the stop because it's finished it. It's an empty schematic again. You can reuse this schematic that you saved from the schematic table as many times as you need to, and we are going to do that because we're going to use this to build all of the remaining platforms, basically. I might indeed set it going on a couple of additional platforms between episodes. This does mean I just need to connect them, basically. So I only did one of these walkways, but that's fine. And I think that's pretty good. The schematic cannon, everyone. Everyone loves the schematic cannon. So at this point, thank you very much for joining me on this very wet day, apparently. We've made use of the schematic cannon. We've built 2 extra platforms, one manually, so that you could see how it was done with the cannon, and then one with the cannon, which is going to be our way going forward. So we've got one for storage. I'm going to use that one over there for storage, I think. And this one over here for just building generally, I guess. So oddly enough, just to say, my hand is not making any movements when I use tools or things. It's just doing a little... It's odd. I don't know what I've done. I've pressed some key, I think, there. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're not subscribed, why? Why are you not subscribed? There might be goodies if you do. I don't know if there are. Wow, attack steroids. Good. I'll take it if I can. Apparently I can. And indeed more regeneration. Well, and if you're not subscribed, no, I've said that. If you're not subscribed, do so. It's good for you. And if you like this video, why not like this video? Goodbye.